We're staying with the developments in Kaduna State, where at least 287 pupils have been kidnapped by bandits at a primary and secondary school in Kuriga, Chikun local government area of Kaduna State. A member of the vigilante service was killed in the process. Governor of the state, Uba Sani, who visited the village Thursday evening, assured them of government's commitment to ensure the safe return of the kidnapped pupils. Our correspondent Uba Sani reports.
The number of children or the students that have been kidnapped. But what I can say here is that by the grace of God, under my able leadership, we will try as much as possible to ensure that every child returns. By the grace of God, inshallah. We are doing our best. I'm going to work with the community leaders. I want to work with the traditional leaders here, as well as the youth, to ensure that every child returns back home by the grace of God. And we have also sat down with the parents of those children that have been kidnapped. Even we have sent a strong message to the mothers, and we made it clear to them that one of the most important responsibilities of the government is to ensure that we protect the lives and properties of our citizens. And we ensure that by the grace of God, every child return home by the grace of God.
For more on the incident, TVC News reporter Uba Sani joins me on the news. Uba, this is a very disturbing situation. What more can you tell us on that report, and then also tell us, the mood there and how the governor was received when he went there?
Good evening, Precious. I must let our viewers know that it's a very somber moment in Kaduna State. It's a very, very distressing one. We visited the community this night. In fact, the governor didn't wait to go tomorrow. He went to that village this night. I must tell you, it is very distressing. A lot of people didn't believe that over 200 students were kidnapped, but we only went to that village to hear that 287 students were kidnapped. According to the head teacher of that community, he said the bandits stormed the school around 7:45 a.m., shooting sporadically. They went to the school to sign the register when they discovered that the whole school was surrounded by these armed terrorists who now ordered them to march into the bush. He said the school has a capacity of 700 students, but that 187 students were kidnapped from the secondary school and that 125 were whisked away from the primary school. But he also revealed that 25 students later returned. That's 25 students later returned. That's from the primary school, making it a total of 287 students who are currently in the forest with these bandits. He also revealed to us that the vigilante service there made attempts to go after these bandits in order to rescue the students, but unfortunately, some of them, it wasn't possible. One of them was shot, and he passed on earlier today, and he has been buried. So that is the situation. We went into the place. The leader of the community couldn't hold back his emotions. He couldn't hold back his emotion. He was crying while appealing to the governor to deploy more security personnel into their community. The village is quite far. It's over 2 hours from the metropolis, from Kaduna State metropolis. So that tells you how deep into the vast ungoverned spaces this community is. On the road to that place, you could see communities that have been deserted. They are basically farmers. We saw a couple of them sell firewood, but then as we approached that village, we saw that all the communities on the road leading to that village have been deserted. No residents living in those communities. So that's to give you an idea of how deep into the vast ungoverned spaces of Kaduna State that this community is. It is a very troubling situation, but the governor was received with cheers. Although the people are mourning, they commended the efforts of the governor, the fact that he didn't wait for another day to come there. It was already, the people were very excited. They commended the governor and they prayed for him, actually. So that's the situation in Kaduna at the moment.
And Uba, talk to us about the closest security formation to that village. And as we speak, what is the level of deployment of security to that village?
Well, I just filed in a report. You could see the 1 Division Nigerian Army has deployed a lot of troops to that place now. We also saw a military formation like 30 minutes to that place. But one thing I must big, it has vast ungoverned spaces. So the distance from the closest military formation to that village is about 30. The challenge that these troops go through, it will take 45 minutes for any security from the nearest security outfit. And just as a lot of people have complained, we have insufficient boots on the ground. We have personnel of the Nigerian army and even the police. So even for those of us who visited the place, it was very clear to us that it would take a very long time for. We're calling for more troops to be deployed to their place, security personnel to be deployed to their place, and the governor assured them that he's going to ensure that a police outpost. He also raised concerns about the need for state police. He said, in situations like this, it would have been easier for troops to, or maybe setups to arrive this place and maybe repel the bandits. But it is now difficult because the security outposts are very, very far from that community. So the governor used the opportunity to even call on the government to speed up the move for the establishment of state police.
Thank you so much, Lupe, for that update. Our correspondent there live for us in Kaduna, Lupe Assam. Let's talk to